like that. Ain't got on them about 700,000 worth. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I was having trust issues, but I've been having way better luck since you. I know it's true love with you. To myself, I don't wanna fall in love with you. Falling on the E-way speeding. Friday just started the weekend. XR texting you responding. We gon' go crazy with the smiling. We do hot yoga 92 degrees. Can you stretch it out for me? I got somewhere to be, but it's hard to leave. When you do it like you mean it, I'm proceeding. Is you the one? Is you the one? And she looked me in my eyes, told me I'm something bigger thing right, cause I'm riding and I'm dying for you, baby. Got me feeling incredible, incredible, incredible. Yeah. We can do exactly what you like, baby. And it's all on me. We can take it in the night, baby. It's all on me. We've been texting back and forth, now it's time to get it cracking. Girl, take it all out, cause I know you active. Did you come to town, cause it's you about direction. Diamonds on my neck, moonwalking, Michael Jackson. I'ma have your body spin like you dipped in baby oil. I'ma do whatever it's gonna take to keep my baby small. I'ma do whatever it's gonna take to shake these haters off. Put it on, cause I just wanna show you off. I can see your flaws, you gon' take me how I am. Hit it from the back, girl, you know I'm going ham. Depends, girl, you got me feeling like the man. Yeah, incredible, incredible, yeah. When you move your body, girl, I'll give you an advance. Girl, you for the full grown man. The way you move your body, girl, I'll have a change of plans. Incredible, incredible. Yeah. I'ma have your body sweating like you dipped in, baby. I'ma do whatever it take to keep my baby strong. I'ma do whatever it take to shake these sticks out. I'ma do whatever it take and you gon' be my personal dance. Dancing, you dancing like you tripping for this gold. Romancing, we all done been here before. But your passion I hear when you talking. We ain't clashing, you quiet when I'm talking. Put them diamonds on your head, I'm Billy J. Moonwalking. Put them diamonds on your head, I'm moonwalking. You get into everything exclusively, I'm honest. We don't need nobody coming in between this money. He was already trying to invade the embassy. Good thing I trained you and you got that remedy. The best thing about you only go that far for me. You a star to me. Incredible, incredible, yeah. When you move your body, girl, I'll give you an advance. Girl, you for the full grown man. The way you move your body, girl, I'll have a change of plans. Incredible, 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 yeah.
Trust. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone. Yeah, I don't wanna put no pressure on ya. I just wanna put a blessing on ya. Since our last undressing session, I'm not really sure if you've been checking. I'm progressing. I just heard my songs is popping out in Macedonia and even Serbia. I don't mean to burden ya. If you got a man since then, I understand. Last thing I wanna do is get you jammed, especially if he's the fan. He probably never wanna hear my shit again. And I need every single sound scan. But if you single and you down, then I'm in your town feeling for another round. I was counting down the days, been more patient than a Browns fan. Where that chip at? Probably on your shoulder, cause I forgot to hit back. Left you on red. Apologies are said, but often never meant. Well, that I repent for message never sent now.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. By the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. 'Cause I got the plug, I made the coffee green. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? No, no. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. Hello, stranger. Babe's been waiting. Just as I recall that ass is still amazing. Playing, baby. I'm saying, baby. You love it, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and put a drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Yeah. Get to taking that off for me. Yeah. 'Cause I got the plug, I made the coffee green. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't make me wait, no, don't you? No. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
That's a good song.
Come through and chill.
Hey, Gooch, can I tell us some real shit?
Yeah.
In case my lack of reply had you catching them feelings, know you been on my mind like Kaepernick kneeling, or police killings, or Trump saying slick shit, manipulating poor white folks because they ignorant, blind to the struggles of the ones that got the pigment. Lately I've been stressing cause it seems so malignant. I need to feel your essence in my presence if you with it. I guarantee you won't regret you did it.
Just say you will.
Yes, sir, big time.
Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone, show me it was real. Pick up the phone. Yeah.
These lips can't wait to taste your skin, baby. No, in these eyes, can't wait to see your grin. Ooh, baby, just You gotta know, you know that I adore you. Yeah, baby. Baby, these fears will always protect you, lady. And this mind will never neglect you. Yeah, baby. Ooh, and if they trying to break us down, but don't let that affect us. No, baby, you just gotta let my love adorn you. Let it dress you down. You gotta know, you gotta know that I adore you. Just that, baby. Oh, let my love adorn you, baby. Don't you let nobody tell you different, baby. I always adore you.
And then that Fred Hammond, we got it mixed in there sometimes, though. We got it mixed in there sometimes. You know, you got to change up. Keep it diverse, Ron. Keep it diverse. But no, definitely. Let's see if we can get some more people in here. Okay. All right, let's jump into it. Welcome to another segment of season 1 of the Glory Stories, networking platform that strives to honor God's glory by sharing every story. I'm Christian Wilkins. Last week was our 8th segment. Yeah, we're rolling through an 8, featuring my roommates from college, 401 Productions, DJ Greenlee, Mike Williams, and Marcus Edmond, with an appearance by my partner, who is the founder of Motivate the Culture in my hometown, Durham, North Carolina, Mr. Trey Lucas. All of our segments are able to be replayed and viewed on our social media pages, which are below. And feel free to check all those out if you missed any. But last week, Trey was highlighted prior to our feature segment to promote and discuss Motivate. This week we have another talented individual, more like my bro as well. More like family. I'm a believer in serving from the inside out. So as many people I can help and promote that are close to me, family, friends from the crib, most definitely are a priority on my list. I love my people for sure. But if you would like to be featured or highlighted on a segment, or know someone who you think may be able to benefit from this platform overall, feel free to share this opportunity and reach out. Truly, we'll try our best to make it happen, schedules permitting. But like I like to say, I'm going to keep the main thing, open us up in a brief prayer, and then hop into it. God, we thank you for health, wisdom, and love. We thank you for opportunity and guidance. We pray that you continue to lead our hearts and that we trust your spirit and follow wholeheartedly. We ask for forgiveness of our sins, and we ask these things in your son, Jesus' name. Amen. All right. To kick us off this evening, a man that I know very well personally, like I was saying, like another brother to me, being that he's, and my brother met in college. They're real good friends, close friends, like best friends. So he's definitely like family to me. But he is actively grinding in the entertainment industry out there in Cali right now. My brother, let's see if I can get him on here, Adonis Armstrong. There we go right here. Let's get it even for you. What's going on, bro?
Good,
How
man.
we doing? Good. How we doing, man?
Feeling blessed, man.
How I know that's right. How life out there in Cali, man? Talk about the Cali life a little bit. How's the vibe out there?
The weather's good. The sun is bright. It's just, we back on lockdown.
For sure.
before we hop into it, man, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're currently doing specifically, just to kick us off.
Okay. Right now, I'm acting. It's something that I always wanted to be, entertainment. I started off as a football player because, that takes the majority of your time. So you really can't do other things, in college, high school, things like that. So about 3 years ago, that's when I started, writing, just doing things to get close to entertainment. And then 2018, that's when I just took the leap of faith.
Right.
You know what? I'm just going to move to Cali because I was a coach, but I said I can always go back to coaching. I know plenty of friends in coaching, so if I wanted to fall back on that, I can do that. I didn't want to live in regret 15 years down the road, like, I should have did that. So I just packed my car up, drove out here like a day and a half, 2 days, and the rest is history. Been booking commercials, short films. So, it's just pretty soon, guys timing. Like today, got great news that I'm being a little web series. So, everything is coming up.
Dope, bro.
Yeah, man. It's
crazy, definitely. Man. What motivated you to my fault. What motivated you to get into entertainment, acting, modeling, the industry? What motivated that?
It was probably, I get it from my dad, but it's crazy because my mom used to get on my head because I stayed like singing, rapping. Like she's like, boy, shut up. Like a lot of people don't know that I
want. Luther Vandross.
Like I always wanted to be like an usher, the next usher or something, man. But once I fell in love with football, everything else was on the back burner. So pretty much that's how it started. I still remember to this day that family reunion. I was begging the DJ to play Nice and Slow. He wouldn't play it. He waited like 2 hours, but he got on the mic. If Adonis don't come sing, I ain't playing it. So to that day, that's why I was like, oh, I like this entertainment stuff. So
yeah, for sure, truly, man. Because I'm definitely interested in that field as well. More so on creative directing or producing level, though. More behind the scenes per se. But what are some of the challenges you face with being in that industry, and how have you handled them thus far?
It's the challenges is being yourself. Because everybody wants to be somebody else. Just stick to your truths and just know if you kill an audition, that doesn't mean you're going to get the part. Because someone can have dreads, but they want somebody with dreads, Even though a lot of hair and makeup, they can get you dreads, but, save on budget, they're going to get the person with dreads. So that's most young up and coming actors, we just had to realize that, like, man, I know I killed that, but it's just it's out of your hands. You got directors, producers, everybody looking at different things, trying to save money and things like that. So the challenge is just being yourself and just attacking everything, and don't take no for in a bad way, because some people, like some of the great actors say, sometimes you hear 99 no's, then 100 times you can hear the yes. So.
For sure. Definitely, because I heard the stories, about how cutthroat like that industry in particular is, trying to crack into that like Hollywood scene, and even from like relationships, seems like it's always something. But have you experienced any like discrimination, mistreatment, or problems trying to get your opportunity that you have visually like seen or have knowledge of, or it's been pretty smooth and
it's been pretty smooth for me.
Yeah.
Experienced anything, even when I was doing background, because I had my beard, back in 2018. When I say everybody used to think I was little LeBron, like it was crazy, man. I was on a
You do, I ain't gonna hold you. You do got a little LeBron in you though.
Like I was on Warner Brothers set one day doing background, and the crazy thing, I parked like next to his parking space. Like it was like by his Spring Hill Entertainment complex.
Yeah.
And because when you go in the studios, it's like above below ground. So people driving by, they don't know how tall you are. So I'm walking out. Somebody driving through. They slammed on brakes, got off the golf cart and was like, "Is that LeBron?" So I mean, that probably got me, in a couple doors, when I had to be.
No, for real, man. Because I know, just up and like you were saying, man, up and relocating somewhere in like Cali, after playing ball, could be like a big transition for you.
Yeah.
And then going into that industry of entertainment, how important is networking or was networking to your current and future success on your journey?
Networking is like the best thing for life in this entertainment, because out here acting, you don't do it by yourself. You need someone to put you on, like regardless, not because they put you on because you're like you need it, but even if you're good, you still need somebody to take you under their wing. You know what I'm saying? Like a great director, Deion Taylor, Black and Blue, or Blue and Black, the cops.
Right.
He I watched a bunch of his lives, and he said we always need to pick a brother, sister up, because when we fall, they can pick us back up. You know what I'm saying? So networking is key. It's vital.
Right, definitely, for sure, man. Absolutely. Not just with just like trying to get into indie industry. I know that it's definitely important with in life in general. Being resourceful.
It's all about who knows you.
Exactly. Definitely, it's like, and not even so much just knowing you. Knowing the real you, not not the hearsay you. That's a big difference. But definitely, bro, that was good stuff, man. But before you leave, any final words, a quote, a Bible verse that you live by that you would like to leave with us, or an upcoming entertainer or someone like trying to follow in your footsteps?
Well, my favorite Bible verse is long, so I really don't know. I need to learn it like a monologue. Psalms 91 verses 1 through 16. I used to read it before every game. I don't read it before every audition like I used to do every game, but it's just, it's saying to me like that you can do this. You know what I'm saying? You can do anything that you put your mind to. And anybody trying to do anything, entertainment, you can be a lawyer, doctor. Just when you get into it, put your mind to it and achieve it. Because you got to speak it, believe it, and receive it. But you also have to put the work into it. Because if you don't put the work into it, you're not really, your chance can blow by. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's like if I was in the NBA and I knew the bubble was coming and I wasn't working out. You always have to stay ready.
Absolutely. Definitely, bro. I love it, man. And thanks, man. Look forward to it. I definitely have you back on, bro, and jump into like the games and everything like that. But I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that insight. And I'll see you shortly, Brody.
Already.
All right. And like we saw, you all that was tuning in, that was Mr. Adonis Armstrong in the entertainment business. But next up is a gentleman that I grew to know very well, being that, we were teammates at Clemson, along with some of the others that will be hopping on here, kind of like definitely like big little brothers for real. They all bigger than me, but they're younger than me. But nah, it was always love, man. And this person that is going to be the feature, y'all might know him from, playing at Clemson, or being drafted with the Raiders. Or shoot, you might not know him from Adam for real. This might be your first time, but I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. And let's see if I can get him on here. Mr. Clelin Ferrell. Let's see if I can get my brody on here. Big Cle. What's up, Brody? How we doing?
Yeah, that boy looking good. Boy got the shade. That boy got the Kango on. Okay.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I'm trying to get like you out there in Vegas, Brody. I know it's love out there.
Oh yeah, you already know, man. I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. That's all I'm trying to do.
I know it, bro. Hey, that's you got to, man. Stay away from that virus, bro, as much as possible, man. But definitely, but the devotional for this evening is enduring betrayal. This comes from Psalm 41, verses 9 through 11, and it reads, "Even my close friend, someone I trusted, one who even shared my bread, has turned against me. But may you have mercy on me, Lord. Raise me up that I may repay them.
Yeah.
For this I know that you are pleased with me, for my enemy does not triumph over me."
Mm-hmm.
After hearing that, Clee, have you ever been or felt betrayed by someone very close to you? You trusted, maybe a friend, and they may have turned their back on you when you needed them the most. And if so, how did you handle or respond to that situation?
Oh man, and it's so crazy that because I didn't even know that coming into this whole segment, man. And you saying that, man, this is something that's always been kind of heavy on my heart, especially with me, living the lifestyle that that you had a dream for as well, and that we always dreamed of living. Like the more success that you've had, like you start to see a lot of different things come along, and one of those things is like just the closest people around you. Like if you growing, a lot of times like they might not grow with you, and that's one of the hardest things to accept. You know what I mean? So for me,
Right.
I've dealt with the closest of close, like family members, even times where I've had falling outs with siblings at a time, and then but we've repatched that relationship. But man, it's something to where I've really just had to learn that um I've had to grow closer to God and realize that in life, like everything is not set in stone. Like
Right.
there's trials and tribulations, and I feel like the Lord put me in these situations of where like I would see somebody act different because of you know whatever, maybe they have some internal problems, or maybe they could realistically maybe whether it's envy, whether it's different things, jealousy, like that. And I've dealt with those things, and it's kind of aspect of like I had to realize, like, just because I'm not the same person that I was when I was a teenager, even though we was best friends growing up that whole time. Like I'm a completely different person, not as far as changing, but just I've just evolved into a better version of myself. And this version of myself isn't the same kid that thought the same way when I was in high school. I didn't have the same goals when I was in high school or when I was in college, and I didn't have that same mentality. And sad to say, for some of my loved ones, it was kind of that they went in a different direction, and nothing holding against them, but it's just that it's just a sad fact of the matter that sometimes in order for people to grow, you can't grow with them together. It's kind of they have to go on their own route, and you have to go your separate ways. And if the Lord will be in it, that you guys want to reconcile that relationship and y'all come back together at some point, it is what it is. But it's kind of the thing where I had to learn to accept things and just be at peace with myself, and realizing that, like, in this life, it's not going to be all glitz and glamour. It's not going to be all, seeing all the blessings. Like, it's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations where I have to have thick skin. It's going to be times where I'm up late night thinking like, dang, like that was, what I'm saying, like, dang, like I'm going through this. Like, I never thought that this person could have acted this way. They never showed it that side to me, this, that, and the third. But, it's something to where, at the end of the day, you have to always love yourself first. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times with people, when they love other people more than they have that self-love, like they try to hold on to things, and they try to hold on to those relationships, and it can become like a burden to them, to the point to where it can really drain you. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And you get so much with athletes where they're trying to help family members out, they're trying to help friends out, especially, and it becomes a burden because, like, for that fact of the matter, like, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they don't really understand what they really putting themselves through. So yeah, man, I've dealt with that, man, and I'm probably still gonna deal with it more. I'm at a young age, I'm 23 years old, and I'm still gonna deal with it, in the future. But I feel like, I'm just blessed to have that mind where God has put a lot of knowledge and wisdom in my head, and put the right people around me to where, I know who my core group is. I'm excited, and I just feel good about everything and the people that I got in my circle, for sure.
Facts for sure, bro. Because I personally, I wouldn't say I ever felt like betrayed by someone, because I feel like, feeling betrayed is a result of you putting your trust in someone else. And trust is something it takes a while to earn. Definitely, and it's not too many people that I couldn't say I do trust, but I can say I have felt or been disappointed by putting my expectations in something or someone. And
Yeah.
there's a difference to me, in the level of effect and sense of deepness and connection.
Yeah.
With what you were saying, and how you might have rehashed a relationship, or you saying about how you might have fell out with someone. How difficult was forgiveness for you towards someone who has betrayed or your trust or disappointed you? Or is it typically a long process to get to the point of forgiveness, or you kind of one of those guys that bounce back pretty quick?
Oh man, I was forgiveness was always it was something that I always good at until it really was tested. You know what I mean? Because when you have someone that was always who you considered a friend, who you considered in your circle, who you consider someone who you could, trust with anything, like, and when they do like kind of betray that or just take that for granted, it's kind of the aspect of like you start looking at people like the enemy. You know what I mean? But for
Right.
me, it became something to the point to where like I was so focused on the wrong that someone had done to me that it was really taken away from my happiness. So once I learned that, through my relationship with the Lord, that forgiveness isn't just about like, it's not just about the other person. It's not just about forgiving them. Like it's also about like you becoming at peace with the situation. So for me, like I had to realize like I wasn't gonna be happy until, I was able to move on from a situation and find it in myself to really just accept things for what they were. You know what I mean? Find it in my heart to let go of what happened in the past, because I can't continue to focus on that if I want to be the person that I want to be, because I by no means was were any of us born with hate in our heart. You know,
Facts.
like that's a very devilish thing that was put into this world to really test us, and it's a very hard thing to get over. And that's what I had to realize. Like I'm not a mean or a hateful person by any
Right.
means, and I have to constantly remind myself like I have to let go of that anger, let go of that hurt if I want to be, who I feel like I was destined to be. So that was always just something. And once I realized that, like, it's still hard at times, but it's something that I always look back to kind of just rely on.
Facts for sure, bro. Because I think us as men, we prideful, kind of
Yeah,
and me personally, I'm a prideful person, no nonsense type dude. Like,
yeah,
you generally, get me one time, get me one time. I'm pretty much, I'm done with you, But I've tried to work on that, because being that way is the easy way out, And like you were saying, you're not a hateful person, and that's not really forgiveness for real, because forgiveness is, like you said, being at peace with the situation and being able to honestly move forward with no
mhm,
feelings or
right,
malice, against the
Mal-
person, that pretty much went against you. And then people will say, you that cliche, I forgive them, but I don't have nothing to say to them. I don't have to say nothing to them. I don't have to rock with them, which is cool. But when you really analyze it, is that really forgiveness? Because that's really not forgiveness at all, because being able to truly forgive is love. And that type of
exactly,
response is not the response or treatment you give to someone you truly love, which is why
exactly.
God and Jesus are like the ultimate example of that.
Hmm.
But moving forward, how do you feel you will handle being betrayed if that happens? Because I'm sure that can be painful, but if not betrayed per se, how would you handle being disappointed?
Um, and as far as I always look back at it, in regards to, for one, I feel like I will always be able to move on from a situation. You know what I mean? Just because I'm a person that doesn't like to. I can't continue to sulk. I'm not someone that sulks in a wrongdoing that was done to me. But for me, the biggest thing is, like you said, like, even though I always forgive the situation and I'll eventually forgive the person, but it's the aspect of, okay, like, we have to make a decision. Okay, yes, this person has done this thing to me, but can I continue to include this person in my life, or do I have to move on from this person? Like, do I feel like that they have learned from this, or do I feel like they, based on the relationship, are they worth, giving them another chance? And that's something to where I have always just looked back as far as my faith, and I've always prayed on it. Like, regardless of what someone has done to me, like, do I feel like this person, and do I feel like I have a purpose for being in this person's life?
Do I feel like, they could be a benefit to me, or do I feel like I could be more so of a benefit to them, or are they only detrimental to me? And that's something that people have to ask themselves. And the biggest thing is being honest. You know what I mean? People know what's up, understand, like, a lot of times in relationships, like a lot of women, they allow men who do them wrong back into their lives. You know what I mean? And it's the aspect of they love this person so much, but they will overlook all the clear-cut signs to, cut the dude off or to stop messing with him, this, that, and the third. But it's the aspect of, if it's right there in your face, you have to be honest with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're only setting yourself up for getting hurt even worse and worse and worse the next time. So it's just that aspect of having to realize, like, okay, like, once something like that happens, you have to make a decision. Like, is this person worth giving another chance to, or do you have to cut ties, which is always the hardest thing to do, especially if you got love for the person. You know what I mean?
Sure. And like, I hope, I never, have to feel being betrayed, or you either, anyone, because, if I've trusted someone enough and gotten close enough to someone to begin trusting them, trust is huge. Like, and I would hope they wouldn't do anything to betray that. However, like I said, I'm sure, disappointment may occur again. That's normal. You can be disappointed at any time by anything. If you had an expectation, or just from having excitement for something, I'm sure people made plans, with someone they hadn't seen in a while, kind of like with the virus, and then the virus hit, and, trips had to be canceled, so I'm pretty sure disappointment came, and can come at any moment. But, I pray, no one has to experience, betrayal, because I'm sure that can hit someone very hard. And, I heard stories of people going into depression and things like that from situations like that. But I look at it like, sometimes, God puts us through something like that to bring us closer to him, that ugly truth. So the mindset behind the individual and their strength and faith, is what will determine the response and recovery from that traumatic situation. And that's just, how I feel, where I come from with it. But Clee, man, I appreciate that, bro. That was some good combo, man. What are your expectations for your season with the virus, man, before we jump into these games? A couple of questions in regards to that. Your athlete, kind of shift the gears a little bit. I'm gonna jump into the games and get some of let you compete against your boys. But before we do that, just about how you feel about your upcoming season and things like that.
Oh man, well, first off, it's truly a blessing just to be, in this position that I'm in, with everything that's in the virus, this and the third. Like, it's a blessing to where it's like, it hasn't really hit me to the point to where, like, I'm really out here having to worry about, where my next paycheck coming from and this, that, and the third. But for me, man, I'm praying every day. You know what I'm saying? Boy, somebody got to catch this work this year. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we've been working out 7 months. Hey, look, it's been 7 months been working out. Ain't nobody, hey, look, somebody got to come get this work. Hey, look, that's all I know. And we trying to get a Super Bowl, baby. So, man, I'm looking forward to year 2, man. Hopefully, it's just, I just got to stay prayed up, man. Hopefully that we can keep everybody safe. This, that, and the third. Obviously, it's a very serious thing going on with the pandemic, but I just hope and pray that, everything can come along, because I feel like, it's just something about when football being played that can bring just a type of spark to, this whole country, man. And I just love, and me, like, I love the game more than anything. So I want to do nothing but play, but I do understand, the health is the most important thing. So I'm just staying prayed up, man. Hopefully everything is going smooth and planned and goes as smooth as possible. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. And how has the transition been from, you in Vegas now, coming from, I guess, Oakland to Vegas or whatnot?
Yeah.
How has that transition been for you?
It's been good. First off, them California taxes ain't like Vegas. California, hey, boy.
Yeah.
The taxes, I tell you, the taxes ain't good. And then it's definitely different living out here in Vegas, man. This heat is something serious. It's that stink. Boy, it was 102 degrees at 8 o'clock at night last night.
Sheesh.
I almost passed out. I went to a full sermon, had to call on the Lord and everything.
Yeah, hey, chill out.
You know when it get real hot, you just think, Lord Jesus. all loaded and everything. But nah, man, it's been smooth, man. We just started getting back into training camp, so I'm excited. You know, I just moved into my home. Already, the people out here have embraced me, man. It's been a beautiful thing. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait to, obviously when this whole pandemic thing, blows over, that I can really see how the city really, really is with just, Las Vegas is known for just being like the entertainment capital. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. Dope, bro. And like I said, man, I appreciate that, Clee. We're going to shift gears, man. Get your boys in here and see if I can get my and also get Adonis back on as well, man. He gonna join and participate in the games as well against y'all boys. But let's see if I can get everybody in here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's one. Christian Wilkins.
Well, so long. I've been backstage for 30 minutes. I'm trying to see the stuff.
I'm Bobby Brown.
All right, let's see. Hold on, bro. Let's see. That's the Lord. Let's see if I can get my boy Big Dex in here. Big Dex? Let's see if it's Big Dex.
You gonna hear Ruffle. He eating right now. You just gonna hear rapper.
Maybe the connection. He said his connection a little bad. All right, let's see if I can get my man AD back on as well. AD?
What's that?
All right. Again, Christian, introduce yourself to the people, bro, and let the people know who you are, man, before we jump into it.
You can hear me? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'm Christian Wilkins. I played with Corinne at Clemson for a couple years. Now I'm down in Miami playing for the Dolphins. And I appreciate you having me on. It's good to see you. Good to talk with you. It's been a little minute. You're looking good. You're looking like Calvin off Paid in Full, man. I know that's you.
Hey, let me know. No, dope, bro. I appreciate it, man. It seems like Dex might be having a little problem. Hopefully, his screen can come on. Clee, having a problem as well. Let's see if I can. It seems like Clee having a problem as well. But we're gonna transition to these games, man. I'm gonna see if I share the screen for y'all, and then we can get it going. Let's go right here. Here we go. And the first game is called Fact or Fib. You're gonna see the phrase on the screen. You just pretty simple. You decide if that's a fact or it's a fib. Pretty straightforward, and then we can roll along. So this is the first question. Let's see if I can get Clee back on right there. Here we go. Right there go Clee right there. Fact or fib. The Atlantic Ocean is on the East Coast, and the Pacific Ocean is on the West Coast. That's a fact or that's a fib.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Elementary geography. I know.
Come on, B. Come on, B. It's too easy.
And your answer, correct, fellas. Definitely is a fact. All right, I had to. I'm warming you up a little bit. Here go your second question right there. There you say UPS has been in business longer than FedEx. That's a fact or a fib?
Ooh.
That's a fact. I feel like them brown trucks, them doodle brown trucks, been driving around for forever. So that's a fact.
I'm gonna go.
We got one fact. And what did you go, AD?
I'm gonna go fib.
Okay. And your answer, gentlemen? It's fact. All right, let's see it.
Yep.
It's fact. All right, here we go. Next question. Rolling along. The San Antonio Spurs have fewer NBA titles than the Golden State Warriors.
That's a fib.
That's a fib. Come on, B.
What's it?
Five? Come on, B. Come on, Corinne. But I'm in the fifth grade.
The answer is fact. Y'all boys got that one wrong.
What?
You got that one wrong. Definitely. The Spurs have 5.
The Warriors got 4. I read that wrong.
The Spurs actually have 5. The Warriors actually have 6.
Oh, they have 6.
Yeah, they actually have 6. Definitely. All right, transitioning from that game, Clee got in late, but it's 2-2. AD and
That's okay.
Christian. Clee, you got one, brother.
That's cool, bro.
We're gonna transition to the next game. That's your next game right there. It's called Who Knows What. All right, and we have different categories. The category is music. You got the multiple choice questions presented on the screen. We can lock these answers in. So on the count of 3, you can either put 1 if it's A, 2 if it's B, 3 if it's C. Pretty simple. All right. So on the count of 3.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
B. Oh,
He said,
All right, we got what? We got 2 A's, 1 B. And your answer is it's A. Definitely. It is.
come on. That.
Yeah, Cleve. Rap came around in the 1970s, bro. They started up north in New York, New York City.
Come on, B. Get it right.
Yeah. Definitely it started up there, man. Let's see. Rolling along. Category. Back to geography. Y'all was pretty good at geography, so y'all should probably be tapped in pretty well with this one. How many states begin with the letter M? All right, I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds, and then on the count of 3, y'all can lock them in.
what?
1, 2, 3. All right, we got all B's. We have all B's. And actually, gentlemen, the answer is A. It's 8. And those 8 are Maryland, Michigan, Montana, Missouri, Massachusetts, Mississippi, and Maine.
How did I forget?
Yeah, and Maine. Here we go. I thought y'all that's pretty close. Y'all was running them in your head, huh? Y'all was counting them in the head for real. All right, here we go. Next question. Movies. This is one of my favorite movies right here now.
That's easy.
So let's see. Who played the Joker in the movie The Dark Knight? This the real Joker here now. This ain't all right, 1 on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely. He's
about to go with B.
That's the GOAT Joker right there for real. That's the GOAT.
Right.
All right. Definitely. All right. So going into the final game, the score is 3 4 for AD, as well as 3 for Christian, though. He got one wrong. And then 2. Well, Clee, you kind of got 2. You kind of got in late, but AD is actually in the lead right now. The final game for the night is titled Pick the Misfit. This one is a little difficult, a little more difficult. So I'll give you like 5 seconds to decipher, but you'll be able to get 2 points if you get the answer correct. Similar to who knows what, you get multiple choice options, but you will have to decide which choice doesn't fit. There'll be 3 presented on the screen. You'll just select which one doesn't fit. Pretty simple.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Pick the misfit. There it is. That's the first one right there.
Ooh.
Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah, that's
Martin
tough.
King Jr. and Jesse Jackson. Pick the misfit. And with this one, you get a hint. And the hint is Greek. That's all I can say. Greek.
Oh.
And you got 5 seconds. And on the count of 3, y'all can present your answers. So you got 2 more seconds. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no. I got mine.
Wait. We got 1, 2, and 2. We got an A, B. We got 2 B's. All right. Here we go. And your answer, actually, gentlemen, is C. Jesse Jackson.
I should have just said Jesse. I knew it was Jesse because he'd always
the difficult one.
when you said Greek, I thought because Martin Luther King was an alpha, so
facts. See, you on point. And see, they both were alphas. Thurgood Marshall was an alpha as well. Jesse Jackson is actually an omega. So that you was on the you was definitely on the right track, but by going and thinking with the alpha and everything like that. But yeah, Jesse Jackson was an omega. So that's why
that's what I thought. I thought their favorite food was Greek food. That's what I was thinking.
Hey, yo, you wildin'. Yeah, my mom was tapped in too. She was tapped in. Yeah, everybody's enjoying it. Enjoying it, guys. All right, we're rolling along. Here we go. Big the Misfit. There you go, y'all. 3. Tupac, Biggie, Busta Rhymes.
We joke. I know who the Misfit is.
What's the hint though?
Yeah, the hint is school.
Ooh. Oh, I know that. I know. I got this.
Okay.
School. All right, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We got an A and 2 B's.
It's the 2 B's.
The answer is
Biggie didn't go.
A.
What?
Definitely. Yeah, it's Tupac and AD is definitely tapped in. See, I honestly thought I thought it was gonna be a gimme because I thought y'all was gonna be like them boys from the East Coast, Tupac from the West Coast. But the answer, the specific reason was Biggie and Busta Rhymes went to the same high school. But Tupac, Tupac. But if you break it down, it kind of makes sense because they both from the, like I said, it was kind of gonna be a gimme. Because Tupac being from the West Coast.
Well, I thought Tupac was originally from New York. He just was repping Death Row. That's what I thought.
Nah, he moved to Baltimore from
right. Oakland, then went to Oakland. That's right.
Man, Keenan, it was A. Somebody, Miss Camille. That was a little tough for you.
They wrong too. I guess was y'all wrong too. Oh, it's too late.
We have an A right here as well.
It don't count.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're rolling to the next one. Green Bay Packers, the New England Patriots, and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh yeah, that's
and the hint. Yeah, wait on your hint now.
I know
it's Jersey.
Jersey.
What?
That's the hint.
Now I'm messed
up. Y'all boys in the hood on the Raiders. Y'all gonna play them, right? Y'all play the Steelers, right? Yeah.
They play the Patriots too.
Yeah.
Now I'm messed up. You got me messed up now with it.
We got some people chiming in. I know that. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I gotta go with it.
What you got there, Christian?
There you go.
All right, hold on. Let's see some. We get some of the. We got a C and 2 B's. All right, let's see some of the comments right here. We got a B.
The hint got me,
man. All right, let's see what we have, people. Here we go. And your answer is C. Yep. Yeah, it's C. And the reason for it being C is the Steelers because they are the only team with the logo on one side of their helmet. The other 2 teams got the logo on both sides of the helmet. The Steelers, they're kind of one of the only teams I think in the league with just the logo on one side. Whatever their reasoning behind that, I don't really quite know. I guess that's kind of their little trademark and stamp. But concluding that was the last question for the games. And
but you got to give.
Huh?
I'm thinking we have more questions.
Oh, all right. So look, since I didn't say that was the final question, because y'all got 2 points for some of those, right? You did get 2 points for them. And since I'm feeling generous tonight, I'm gonna give y'all a tiebreaker. All right. But see, look, the tiebreaker is I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20.
That's childish.
12. 12.
Right. We know the number.
This is the tiebreaker. All right, look, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 20. The one that gets it the closest without going over is gonna be the winner for the night. All right.
So what if you get it though?
Huh?
What
If you get it, you win.
Oh,
What's the
Yeah.
hint?
If you whoever gets closer or you get it is the winner.
What's the hint?
The hint is 1 through 20. That's all there is.
I
Right.
I'm writing the number
You know,
down.
I
Right
ain't go
now.
to school for math. Hold up.
I know
We have somebody right here.
I know
Miss Zoe or Zoe. I don't want to say it wrong. I think it's Zoe. Zoe. We have a 7. We have
12.
a 4. We have a 15. We
All
have
right,
a
you're
4.
at 15, 30, 13.
So on the count of 3. Y'all tell me your number. 1, 2, 3.
13.
12.
I gotta
12.
go with 5. I gotta go with 1-5.
And the answer is.
Hey.
Can y'all see? Hold up. It's
You ain't right.
bright.
Yeah, that thing bright.
What that is?
15.
I was thinking the football number.
Nah, college number.
But he went with 15 after Clemson.
That's my family number. It's 15, man. But nah, definitely. I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that, man. But before y'all get off, man, I wish Dex his signal was messing up. He said he was trying to get on there, but it was breaking in and out. But before everybody get off, man, I want you all to leave, everyone with your last words of encouragement or something, a quote or something that you want to leave with the people. And pretty much bring some inspiration to, the people watching. So we can go, Christian can go first, and then we can just...
Yeah, I'll go first. And this quote from me is from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself. So it's ironic you had that up on there. But one of my favorite quotes to live by, and that's very simple, is he said, "We all can be great because we all can serve." And that's just something simple to me. You hear people all the time, "I want to be great. I want to be great. I want to be great." It's simple. It's a simple formula. Just serve. Do something. For someone else that you can't get any. That can't give you nothing in return. You know what I'm saying? And that's a simple way of life I live for me. Like I try to truly serve others, and make those around me, better through the gifts and the blessings that I have. So that's all I gotta say. Just continue to serve. Always look to put others before yourself. Well, in most cases, don't forget about yourself. Don't forget about yourself, but in most try to serve others and put them before yourself.
Definitely. AD.
I just tell everybody to just stay true to yourself. Don't try to get out of your comfort zone to please other people, basically. You know what I'm saying? In the bad way. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to knock Christian way, because you do supposed to, support other people, but don't try to overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Just stay true to yourself and just promote positivity, because you are your own energy. You know what I'm saying? So I always feed off positive energy.
Right. Definitely. And Big Clay.
For me, I would say, just every there, man, just always remember to love yourself. Regardless of the fact of what it was, man, everybody on this earth was made, and I believe everybody was put on this earth with a purpose, and greatness was put in all of us. So the biggest thing is figure out what you love to do and go at it with all your might and everything you got, man. And just love yourself. No, don't go looking for others for that gratitude as far as finding love outside of yourself, man, because God put everything in you that you need to find true happiness. So, you're more than enough. So that's the biggest thing. Just have self-love for yourself, man. Enjoy life.
For sure, bro.
It's crazy how all three of them tie together.
Right. Definitely. They really do, man. And just to piggyback off of each one of y'all, man, what Clee said, man, love yourself, because you were created. You were the only one that's you, and God created you specifically, with your own purpose. So you can't try and deviate from your purpose and with being like someone else.
Mm-hmm.
definitely what AD said, man. That goes with staying true to yourself, staying true to your purpose and staying true to your plan that God has for you. And who's to say that your plan is God's plan? People try and take matters into their own hands sometimes when God is really in control. So definitely putting that trust and faith in God. And with that, sometimes God leads you into a servant mentality and servant purpose, just like Christian was saying, serving others, man. That's what it's about. Because Jesus was the ultimate servant, dying for us in our sins. So that's the ultimate epitome of service, so definitely serving others, staying true to yourself and loving yourself. Those things are important. But thank you all for tuning in, everyone out there. Hope you were able to sense the love, support, and genuineness that we try to aspire to have here on the Glory Stories. Want to wish you all a blessed week, and remember that, sir, like with God, you can do anything, and definitely trusting Him is the way to go. Keep the main thing, faith forward, and we'll see y'all next time. Appreciate you again, fellas, and you all have a blessed night.
Appreciate y'all. Go vote. Y'all go register to vote.
Go vote.
Definitely. Please go register to vote. It's definitely important. See y'all.